What is culture? Culture is the characteristic and knowledge of a particular group of people encompassing language, religion, cuisine, social habits, music, and arts. The Center for Advanced Research of Language Acquisition goes a step further, defining culture as shared patterns of behaviors and interaction, cognitive constructs, and understanding that are learned by socialization. Thus, it can be seen as the ground of a group identity fostered by social patterns unique to the group. Culture encompasses religion, food, what we wear, how we wear it, our language, marriage, music that we believe is right or wrong, how we sit at the table, how we greet visitors, how we behave with loved ones, and a million other things. Christina De Rossi, an anthropologist at Barnet and Southgate College in London, to life science. The word culture derives from a French term, which in turn derives from the Latin colere, which means to tend to the earth, and grow, or cultivation and nurture. It shares its etymology with a number of other words related to actively fostering growth. The Rossi site. Western culture. The term Western culture has come to define the culture of European countries as well as those that have been heavily influenced by European immigration, such as the United States. According to Khan University, Western culture has its roots in the classical period of the Greco-Roman era and the rise of Christianity in the 4th century. Other drivers of Western culture include Latin, Celtic, Germanic, and Hellenic ethnic and linguistic groups. Today, the influences of Western culture can be seen in almost every country in the world. Eastern culture. Eastern culture generally refers to the societal norm of countries in Far East Asia, including China, Japan, Vietnam, North Korea, and South Korea, and the Indian subcontinent. Like the West, Eastern culture was heavily influenced by religion during its early development, but it was also heavily influenced by the ground and harvesting of rice according to the book Pathways to Asian Civilization, tracing the origins and spread of rice and rice cultures by Dorian K. Fuller. In general, in Eastern culture, there is less of a distinction between secular society and religious philosophy than there is in the West. Latin culture. Many of the Spanish-speaking nations are considered part of the Latin culture, while the geographic region is widespread. Latin America is typically defined as those part of the Central America, South America, and Mexico, where Spanish or Portuguese are the dominant language. Originally, the term Latin America was used by French geographers to differentiate between Anglo and Romance Latin-based language, according to the University of Texas. While Spain and Portugal are on the European continent, they are considered the key influencers of what is now as Latin culture, which denotes people using language derived from Latin, also known as Romance language. Constant shake. No matter what culture a people are a part of, one thing, one thing is for certain: it will change. Culture appears to have become key in your interconnected world, which is made up of so many ethnically diverse societies, but also riddled by conflicts associated with religion, ethnicity, ethnical beliefs, and essentiality. The elements which make up culture. De Rossi said, but culture is no longer fixed, if it ever was. It is essentially fluid and constantly in motion. This makes it so that it is difficult to define a culture in only one way.